Hello guys, welcome to my channel The Law Cognition. Today in this video we'll be dealing with changes in the succession rule that have been brought up post 2005. So without wasting time, let's proceed. The first changes that have been brought is prior 2005 only male member could be a co-partner. But now post 2005 if we see, female even have the right to become a co-partner. She has the equal right as that of a son. The second changes that have been brought in law is prior 2005 only male member could be a karta, but post 2005 it is both female and male who has the right to become a karta. The third difference if we see that have been introduced in law is prior 2005 women could not hold any property independently, which means she does not have any right to hold property on her own name, at her own name, okay? But post 2005 women has the right to hold the property independently, which means she could hold the property on her own name, and since she could hold the property at her own name, she has the right to dispose that property as well, which means she has the complete right over the property which she owns. The fourth point of difference if we see, that is prior 2005 there was a concept of pious obligation which was there in existence. Pious obligation basically means it is the son's liability to pay all the debt of his father once his father has died, okay? But post 2005 this concept of pious obligation has come to an end, which means there is no any obligation over son to pay the debt of the father, but rather there exists a legal debt, which means if any legal debt is there which infringes the right of the third person, then in that case only the son is liable to pay, and that too when he is the member of that particular contract or something like that. When he is the party to a contract, which means he is self liable for that particular thing, then only he is liable to pay. Otherwise the concept of pious obligation has completely came to an end. The next point of difference if we see, there was a doctrine of survivorship which was there in the existence. That means a person has a right in the property till he is alive. Prior 2005 what used to happen is if a person had died, his right in the property had been finished. That means he does not have any right in the property once he had died. Right in the property stays till the time he is alive. Post 2005 the doctrine of survivorship has come to an end, which means there had been recognized of a concept known as deemed partition, which means if a person had died and after that the partition is taking place, then the one who has died, he would be considered to be alive. That means deemed to be alive. He would be considered to be an alive and would be given an equal share, and then his property would be evolved as an intestate or whatever way it has to be evolved, which means at the time of partition he would be considered to be alive and would be given an equal share as that he would have received when he was alive, in real alive, okay? So the doctrine of survivorship has even came to an end post 2005. The last point of difference if we see is prior 2005 there was no any mandatory registration for this, okay? But post 2005 there had been a compulsory registration that have been made in the law, and everyone is supposed to register themselves. So I hope I'm clear with this, and if you guys have any issue please mention that in the chat box. Please like my channel, subscribe it. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.